Hello guys, and welcome back again to the channel. So this is your girl Andy React, and on today's video we will be having the people of the Arise TV as they carry us around the world of the trending things, the trending happenings, especially during the weekend. We are going to be looking at coalition meeting held by Atiku and Peter Obi. Even Governor Umueno, guys, they had a meeting and it's a whole lot. So do all to stick around and watch this video to the end so that you will know all that is happening. All right guys, let's take a look.
Good morning, our favorite Nigerian wife.
Good morning, Jenny.
Love your outfit.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Good morning, Rufai on fire. How are you this morning? I love it. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to the high-profile political coalition meeting that took place in Abuja over the weekend. The meeting, which was attended by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's Peter Obi, and former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, was disrupted by delegates from Jigawa State. The incident occurred when former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, announced a delegate to represent Jigawa, which was met with immediate resistance from the Jigawa delegates. They stormed the stage, rejecting the nominee and insisting on choosing their own representative. This was a sight to watch. Grown men wearing babariga fighting. Well, the situation escalated there, prompting the Nigerian police to, de-escalate the tension. And at the end of the day, I believe Mustafa Lamido, some of former Jigawa State Governor, Sule Lamido, and other delegates were chosen to represent the state. Let me take this reaction from Ibrahim, who wrote, "What happened today, that was yesterday, at the Continental Hotel in Abuja is just disgraceful. You can't call yourselves leaders and show up to a consultative meeting only to start fighting each other. The folks from Jigawa really need to sort themselves out. Sule Lamido should honestly know better." Another Twitter user wrote, "Shows how fragile alliances built on convenience really are. If Jigawa delegates can disrupt this easily, what hope is there for united leadership in 2027? Politics remains a circus, not a solution." Well, ahead of that meeting, Atiku Abubakar posted a video which has since gone viral on X with a caption, "His Excellency, Peter Obi and I arrived at the Abuja Continental Hotel for the National Political Consultative Group." Let's take a look. All right, the race has begun. So much talk about this coalition meeting that happened yesterday and the race to 2027. But before we discuss, during the meeting, Peter Obi emphasized the pivotal role the northern region of Nigeria can play in transforming the country, stating that the north represents Nigeria's greatest assets, highlighting its significant population and resources. He also criticized the poverty levels in the region, blaming the situation on a lack of investments, and urged the region to take on a leadership role in the nation's development. Let's go look.
The North can change Nigeria. The greatest assets of this country is in the North. This entire country produces less than 6 million tons of rice. That is less than 10% of all Bangladesh produces.
Okay. All right. I mean, Peter Obi was there live at that coalition meeting. You know that over the weekend there were, reports that Peter Obi may withdraw from the ongoing coalition discussions with other political parties. At the time, I believe it was this week, Obi had touched on the importance of maintaining the Labour Party's identity and principles during a recent meeting with the party's National Executive Committee. However, we had, I believe, Nana Kazure, who is the Director of Communications for the Obedient Movement, on Newsnight, who clarified that Obi is still active with the coalition. I mean, during that meeting, Obi had just made that comment saying that at this time, I am still you know, in the Labour Party. And we saw him right there having talks, discussion. And I actually really liked his statement again about taking advantage of the asset of the North. I mean, there's the population, there's the arable land, which is always talked about. And of course, the whole meeting really just shows that everyone is all talking about the race to 2027. What am I starting with?
Okay, very quickly, let me start with what looked like some disruption at that meeting of the National Political Consultative of Northern members of the coalition, where it's in the nature of political parties for people to disagree. And those disagreements are because even within political parties, you have differences. I think somebody once said on this program that, look, even these coalition members, they are a collection of strange bedfellows, whether at the national level or at the local level. These are delegates from Jigawa State disagreeing over who should speak on their behalf. Former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Baba Chilawa, had nominated someone else. See how they all trooped towards the podium. They said they didn't want that person until Mustafa Lamido was chosen to speak on behalf of the people.
Yes.
And then, of course, there was calm. But what I think also is instructive is that, look, the security agents that were there, police, DSS, private gas, they immediately took charge to make sure that calm was restored. So the planners had also factored security into all of this. But this is to say that even within this coalition, all this collection of persons who say we will deal with Tinubu, we will remove APC from power, they also have issues among themselves.
Yes, that's
they are
what it shows.
It's not as if it's a united front. And I made a point earlier that there are also divisions within this coalition, whether it's in the north or the south, as to what platform to use, as to whether a new political party should be formed, and other details as to the way to go forward. Mr. Peter Obi, yes, was one of the prominent leaders on that occasion, and he spoke about the North being an asset to the country. And his point is about having to address the challenge of poverty in the North. He's having met a lot of all these Amajiri children, who are very brilliant, who could be a greater asset to Nigeria if they were given the opportunity to go to school and to lead. Yes. It's not as if these persons are not talented. They are just as talented as other children. But what you have in the North is the failure of the leadership. Northern leaders have been discussing education in the North since 1959. Yeah. And yet the population of children out of school continues to increase. And he talked about agriculture. And he was saying, look, given the arable land in the North, Nigeria can even do better than, those comparisons with Bangladesh and those other countries. I can't verify those facts. But his point is that, look, the North alone can feed Nigeria, and there are a lot of opportunities there. On that score, you, of course, cannot disagree with them. But in any case, as to whether you will leave the coalition or run on the platform of the Labour Party, well, it's entirely his decision.
Absolutely.
But it is instructive that, look, people are talking. At the end of the day, whatever that coalition produces, it's not all the people who started that will be there. It will be on the basis of negotiations.
Yes.
And what, each person gets, what each person does not get. Dr. Sam Amadi was making the point about rentier politics in Nigerian democracy. People are always looking for what will benefit them.
Yes.
If their interests are not served, they will pull out. Finally, the same Mr. Peter Obi has been quoted as saying after 2027 he will not run again.
Yes, he said that.
Because he's quoted as saying, well, there should be age limit for running for
Which we've
office.
always advocated.
After 2027, Mr. Peter Obi will still be a young man.
Yes.
How old is he now? He will be in his
during Newsnight, Nana Kozore said, please, she urged him on behalf of the obedience, please
he will still be a young man. Joe Biden,
yes.
If it was not because of circumstances and public outcry, they must still wanted to be president at over 82.
Yes.
Donald Trump is almost 80.
Is he the oldest?
It's not about age, physical, biological. It's about the age of the ideas of the man who wants to lead.
Right.
We want people who will lead Nigeria. You can be 70, you can be 80. Once you still have the energy, you have the knowledge, and you believe in the common good, not in your pockets and the pockets of your wife and children, but in the common good of all Nigerians. Age should not really be an issue.
All right. Well, Rufai, in another development, former Rivers State Governor and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike over the weekend announced his withdrawal from all agreements made with the People's Democratic Party. Wike made the announcement during an event in Port Harcourt, where he expressed his dissatisfaction with the current state of affairs in the PDP, claiming that certain party leaders have acted against the group's interests. He also criticized the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, labeling him as the architect of the problems within the party. I mean, we saw the story yesterday, Rufai, and you know, for me, the first thing I thought about is, hey, look at all these giants leaving their parties, joining the APC, and we're still seeing Wike struggling and making comments about the PDP. I mean, it just goes to show that there's some sort of disconnect somewhere, because I really don't understand how it is that he continues to, you know, do these anti-party activities within the PDP, and is not even bowing down or backing out of it. Meanwhile, Governor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State has reportedly barred Channels television crew from the government House Press Center in Uyo following the broadcast of a video in which the governor confirmed plans to defect from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, citing internal issues within the PDP. In the video, Umo Eno also asked his political appointees to join him or resign. Let's take a look before we come back for a discussion.
And for me, it's no more news that I'm moving party. And if you don't know that by now, I don't know what else you know. I support this president. I know clearly well that this president did not create the situation we are in. And I don't know how to mince words. And I cannot be in the PDP today and supporting a president of another party. It would be clearly in violation of party guidelines, and I don't know how to flip-flop. It's not in my life. So if I'm supporting the president, let me go to where I'll be able to say so and state the things he has done. I don't want to practice anti-party. I don't have the kind of strength that Barrister Nyesom Wike has, who will confront anybody. Me, I'm a very simple man by nature. So we want our commissioners and members of ESCO's appointees. I'm told some of you are meeting that you will not come. You are free, absolutely free. You are free not to join me, but you won't be in my state executive council. So you better just prepare to resign the day I announce that I'm moving.
All right, Governor Umo Eno here. I mean, apparently I heard that he was furious about the broadcast. The Channels reporter, Christopher Moffat, I believe that's his name, of Channels TV, they said he's been reporting from the Akwa Ibom government house for over 10 years. And now the report is that he's being barred because they were not happy about this broadcast that went out yesterday. We see Umo Eno here saying that he doesn't want to be like Wike. He just wants to defect. But why this whole, I mean, just come out with your full chest. Go ahead.
You know why?
Go ahead.
Because he's been playing two games. And this is, let me call him his full name, Pastor Umo Eno.
Yeah, Pastor, right.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah.
At first, Section 22 of the Constitution states that the press, radio, television, and other agents of mass media shall be at all times free to uphold fundamental objectives contained in this chapter and uphold the responsibility and accountability of government to the people. Governor Pastor Umo Eno violated the national constitution by stopping the press from doing his job by saying, go out, because they reported the story. And I told you he's been playing two games. As at September last year, when they were calling him out that your relationship with Mr. Akpabio is too close for comfort, he said, no, it will not affect the workers of the PDP. Not knowing that he had plans to be able to do this, the defects. So he should do it with his full chest. What he thought was going to be Chatham House rule. No. It's good that we are seeing them for what they are. Governor Happy Hour. Yes, we appreciate your good work in the states. We know you have done some very good work.
Yeah,
but on
amazing
this,
work, actually.
On this, we totally disagree with you. And please, we will urge you to restore those media journalists, to ensure that they get back to their work and they continue with their reporting. And on top of it, for good measure, offer an apology. I think that's the sense of decency that we expect. Offer an apology to them. Or deny it and say you had no hand in it for barring them. You can't stop the media. This same media that propagates all your good works. You need the media.
This is it.
You must not be able to stop us. But all these politicians, they're all playing games.
Same thing.
As usual. Governor, you have done well. You have done a good job at some point. But on this political score, I totally disagree with you. And it's nothing personal. Awesome. Just like we celebrated you, when you did well. And I still commiserate you on the loss of your wife. Real quickly, let me move to Mr. Wike. Mr. Wike he has the temerity to say somebody betrayed him. Mr. Wike, has the nerve, the unmitigated temerity to say somebody betrayed him. What did he do to Atiku Abubakar? What did he say after the PDP primaries? Anybody that wins will support them because he didn't go his way. He set up Jackson 5. You can see now they are fighting. Jackson 5, like Boala calls them. Sheyi Makinde, that was part of the Jackson 5 now. I'm sure probably Governor Sheyi said, what the heck? You can't continue this way.
Yes.
He said for peacetime, they should go and withdraw the state of emergency. So you didn't like the PDP governors taking you to court over state of emergency, but you used it. You can see how these people behave in the interest of peace.
Yes.
The Supreme Court made a decision. Go and fix your thing internally. You've been able to push Ayaun there. You are saying no. The PDP Southeast faction must not bring in the Okoye.
Yeah.
So you see how they be for body, but you they beat them. You they beat people. So when they flog you with that same kid, it they pay you. It reminds me of Mabel the Fish Sheller, that famous advert for area. He go stay my body. So now you don't want court case. You wanted to remove the PDP court in case of emergency, but you did it to Fubara and you call him your son. So if he wants to say they've betrayed him, he should go ahead. But the truth also is, what has he also done to his party?
All right.
He's doing this to his party. I'm not going to agree. Has it not been a betrayal to his party? He's calling his party out in public. He's going against the presidential candidate, not allowing the presidential candidate even the chance to be able to campaign in the state of his party. It's not a betrayal to his party.
I mean, this is my question.
You see, those that can dish it, they don't know how to take it.
Yes, this is my issue. I mean, all of these anti-party activities going on with Nyesom Wike just really bothers me a lot because I really don't understand how other people from big parties are moving to the APC and he's working with the APC.